Oakley Dokley. One second. Okay, we are live.
We are live. That's good. That's good. I always think we go a little bit live quicker than we actually think we're live.
Yeah, that often
happens. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, we're often thinking that we're just sitting there chatting shite, and the next thing is, oh fuck, we're live.
Yes, exactly. I don't know, that happens to a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, but no harm, no harm.
Tell me this, lads. Big day.
Big day is right.
Are you on the beer?
What's going on today?
We have to sell the nerves. We have to start selling the nerves now. All right.
I'll be settling the nerves now in a couple of hours. So I will when I get back into the city. I am out in this the middle of the woods. It's a beautiful place actually. It's the first time we've been in Sweden. That's not been the city, if you know what I mean.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Very nice.
Like I half of me wanted to be at the game today. A lot of me wanted to be at the game today, but I don't know about going to a match with 24,000 people in Croke Park.
Yeah, it'd be like going to going to a club game.
Yeah, Chris Pez says I'm sleeping under a tree getting the budget up.
Fair enough. He's been mad on about this budget, and we've actually turned the movie into this thing. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So go check it out and check out Chris Perez Productions as well. So it will be good. Look, it got off to a really rocky start, but between myself, Martin, and Sam here, Sam is the cameraman. Shout out Sam.
Yo.
Yeah.
All right, Sam.
So listen, we turned it around. So we've another 2 days of filming today, mostly today, and then just a couple of bits to tidy up tomorrow, and it will be good. Will be good.
Good. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So later on, we're going to have a quick chat between ourselves.
Yeah, for the patrons.
That's
for the patrons.
So actually, I'm going to put a link to our patrons in the comments here. So
Coolio.
When you get a chance,
become patron.
Before we get into this this match chat,
yeah,
to talk about the match today because it's a big one. Any other things that are on your mind, lads?
Not really. What was on my mind all week was whether I'd get through the week here, but it got progressively better as every day went on. I think in the beginning as well, we were all sleeping in the same room and no one was getting sleep. So I think everyone got then their own rooms, and you wouldn't believe how much sleep is important.
100%.
And just an hour or two to yourself as well sometimes.
It changes your whole perception if you get a good night's sleep.
100%, P. Yeah. And I know we've said this a lot on the Agony Uncles podcast, but it really does mean an awful lot for your own head, for your mood, and then it transcends to everyone else. Like if you're in bad form, your mood will always transcend to other people as well, and vice versa. So it's always good for everyone to start off fresh when you're working together, you know.
Yeah, like I think, you know what? I think most of my hangovers are actually because of lack of sleep.
No, I don't doubt that at all. And also, you know what?
You can get too much sleep. You can get too much sleep as well.
That's true. That is true. It's a fine balance. And you know how they say that you never know someone until you live with them. It's like for even in relationships or whatever. You'll never know someone until you're actually living with them day in, day out, and you're getting them in the morning when they're cranky, you know, whatever. But anyway, listen, we'll do a relationship advice podcast.
There's a lot of if you're going down that direction, there's a lot of stories about how stressful it can be living in each other's pockets. Well knows as well.
So listen, lads, tell me about. I've heard no news about I heard rumors that Oisin Mullen was injured, which I hope is just a rumor.
Well,
I heard O'Shea was supposed to be injured as well. That could be just a rumor.
Okay, so I'll give you the 1 to 15. Okay.
Okay.
Lineup as we know at the moment. Obviously, this can change in the next 6 hours, but
you can only change so many times, you know, or you get heavily fined.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you can change one or two though, can't you?
Yeah, I think you're allowed up to 2 changes from the program.
So Rob Henley in goals.
Okay.
Number 2, Porrick O'Hora.
O'Hora's in. That's great.
Number 3, Lee Keegan. Number 4,
Oh wow.
Plunkett. Number 5, Paddy Durkin. Number 6, Stephen Cohen. Number 7, Owen McLaughlin. Number 8, Matty Ruan. Number 9, Connor Loftus. Number 10, Jeremy O'Connor. Number 11, Kevin McLaughlin. Number 12, Darren McHale. Number 13, Tommy Conroy. 14, Aidan O'Shea. And 15, Ryan O'Donoghue. So no Oisin Mullins.
Wow.
He must be injured. He must be injured.
Is he in the subs, Chris?
I've only got the starting lineup at the moment. So
okay.
Obviously there's a 41-man panel this year, which is it's a great option. Gives us much better options, you know. But that as a 1 to 15, I think we've got like Owen McLaughlin coming in does give us a lot of pace.
100%.
That's the one thing about that. Stephen Cohen, he's solid. He's been playing in that deeper role anyway, kind of sitting there for Mayo.
But
Will Keegan stay at full back? He probably won't.
I can't see him staying at full back.
Well, who do you put in that full back spot? So
he'd probably put O'Hora in full back. When O'Hora in full back against Galway.
Yeah, like I think Michael Plunkett is better at left cornerback than right cornerback. That's the one thing that Porrick O'Hora, they might put 2 sitting in front of Rob Henley.
You see, my fear is that you see Keegan is by nature he'll drift out of that area, and he doesn't have the pace to get back that he used to.
Who is the centre back? Who's the centre back? Named the centre back.
Stephen Cohen.
Stephen Cohen, yeah. Well, they potentially might swap.
You might be.
I don't know if Stephen Cohen is like Stephen Cohen has the pace to go with Con Callaghan from deep. That's what I'm thinking that they're doing there. Or Owen McLaughlin has Paddy Durkin. The 3 of them have enough pace to go with a runner. You know, that's why I don't think Lee Keegan in that half back line is going to work. So I think they are going to sit, like, because he's one thing Keegan does have. He can tackle, like.
I can't see Keegan staying at full back though. I'd say it'd be the Horror.
The only thing I say about that is if he starts there, it's to not let in an early goal.
Yeah, that is the most.
And
if
that's his job, if that's his job to do for the first 15 minutes, because it's a real sucker punch. How many times have we let a goal in a really important game, or 2?
Yeah.
And a real sucker punch, like.
It is definitely that it's a major problem Mayo have, like.
Yeah.
When you look at Mayo, the last year's All-Ireland final, they started with Dublin scored a goal within the first minute. It's an uphill battle against them. Once they go in front, they'll hold possession. That's what they did against Meath, Kildare. That's all they want to do. But they're not the team. They do not look as dynamic as they used to.
Well, I think, Chris, the problem with that is I think they'll unleash properly today. That's my fear.
Yeah.
I really fear that
who'll unleash properly?
Dublin. That Dublin will, like, I don't know about teams saving themselves, but if anyone can afford to save themselves for a big match, it is Dublin.
The only thing I'd say about that is I don't think you can, like, Mayo have in the past gone into earlier games and kind of taken them off and built through the championship then.
Yeah.
I don't think with a team, because Dublin are kind of in transition as well. They've a lot of their older, more experienced players. Stephen Cluxton is a major part of that. The most experienced player they had. You can't go from taking all those players that have experience out of the team and still expect them to go from 0 to 60 in between games.
The goalkeeper is a big difference because the way he passes the ball is crazy.
He sets up everything, like.
Yeah, he's like a sweeper almost.
You know, so we always look at we've always looked at Mayo coming up against Dublin. They do have a deep squad, but I don't think the quality was there that they used to have.
I don't know, man. I just think that that's when I fear Dublin the most.
Yeah,
but I'm sure that James Horan knows. I was going to say knows as much as I do about GA.
He'd be lucky.
I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he knows, and he's wise to that. You know, he has to treat this like this is the Dublin team that beat us in the semi-final. You know, came out and had a like a championship quarter and just blitzed us away.
Yeah.
We need to come out, and we need to come out like the time we bet them in the semi-final, and we need to be ahead at half time. We need to be ahead. We need to be ahead all the way through it.
Yeah, I think we definitely have. Not even if we have to keep them tight to up to that 60-minute mark to have a shot. Like, and
then we'll rattle them. Then we might just, you know, the nerves might kick in, and then we'll know what Dublin are really like.
Well, let's put it this way, right? If you take what you've seen from Dublin this year and even last year, right? So there was standout performances from, say, Conor Callan and Kieran Kilkenny last year, right? And this year, Kieran Kilkenny looks sharp again, but Conor Callan hasn't come into life.
Yeah,
he could. He's such a good footballer.
He only needs like a split second to fucking shatter all Mayo's dreams. You know?
Yeah, exactly, Pete. See, and that's what, like I said, that early goal, and that's maybe why Keegan is where he is, just to try and prevent that. You know, because if anyone has the experience in the team that will know the tricks of the trade, it is Keegan.
I think the one thing, if you do go down that route, and Keegan, he clearly doesn't have the legs to get up and down as he
not like he used to.
Can't go, and we need runners from deep. Like Kildare was so conservative against Dublin in the Leinster final.
They kind of put everyone behind the ball, didn't they? They put everyone
behind the ball, and then they had one outstanding forward in Moran that he looked class, and everything went through him. But in the second half, you could see that their half back line weren't getting beyond the midfield, and Mayo's will. And Dublin,
and we have 70 minutes of fitness in us.
Yeah, and we've got deeper bench than we would have had. Like, we're missing two of our most important players in Oisin Mullins and Cillian O'Connor. Like,
that's a massive
if you have them in, I would be kind of bullish about Mayo's chances today.
Yeah, they're a big loss, and for Cillian, like I've said it for years, and he doesn't get, and I've said it before on podcasts, he never got the credit that I think he should have got. He's been a big loss.
I think that's probably because he wasn't flashy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was kind of quite conservative and just did his job, and you thought nothing of him getting 1-4 in a match. Like, do you know what I mean? It was just true. If Cillian got 5 points in a match, he had a bad game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the other side of it. Like, his score,
he is the all-time championship scorer.
Yeah,
from any team.
He's going to be way out in front in a couple of years. He's got another 3 or 4 years in him. He's obviously picked up a number of injuries over the last couple of years. The only thing that's going to curtail him from putting up outrageous scores, something that's going to be really difficult to manage. But
like, I mean, if we live for another 20 or 30 years, I can see him being still.
He won't be still playing in 20, 30 years, will he?
We might need him.
Might.
They just have prosthetic legs running up the field.
Yeah, we're just directing traffic on the pitch.
Guys, obviously there's only a handful of you in the stream at the moment, but if you're in the comments, tell us who you think is going to win between Mayo and Dublin today. That is what we want to do. Plus, give the stream a like and give it a share. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
It's actually days like today. I'd miss being back home and the buzz of the match. There is something very homely about the GAA and the Irishness of it. even going through some of the Irish places last night, and everyone was talking about the match today, you know. But it's a real, like Irish magnet. I mean, everyone is drawn to it. It's something else.
Yeah, it's unreal. Like as I said, the only thing that you're missing is a full house in Croke Park.
Yeah. There's something like when you're in one of the stands and you go through that tunnel, and especially when there's just after a score or something, it's the noise that just hits you. It's just like it puts the tingles up your back.
Remember when we were at the Nally stand for the All Ireland was the All Ireland semi-final 2 years ago?
Yeah, against Dublin, yeah.
And we were leading at half time, I think by a point or two. We're we're delighted. We're having a pint at half time. We're going grand. We could actually see Dorothy and Kayla across the stand.
That's right.
How are you guys? Are you well? And went for a pint, and we just hear the roar from the crowd, and it was like, we lost the goal.
We went in with 2 points up. By the time we walked out at half,
5 points down.
Yeah. What were we? 4 points down.
4 or 5 points down.
Yeah.
They'd scored a goal and 2 points in about a minute after half time.
That's the problem with Mayo, though. That's the problem with Mayo.
Yeah,
they're brilliant. They're brilliant, and they play class football, like attacking football. But the only thing is, when they're attacking, everyone's attacking, and then when they lose the ball, they could be true, and you know it's.
You'll get away with that with your Leitrim's or your no offense, your Leitrim's or your Longfords or your like Clares or whatever, but you won't get away with that against the likes of Kerry or Dublin.
Yeah, I think though you have to commit to playing like that.
Yeah, of course. I think that's the only way to beat Dublin.
Otherwise, you're giving them the ball and you're not providing any attacking threat. You have to commit with everything. Yeah. And I'd rather see Mayo play like that, if nothing else.
Yeah, that is true. Like,
I wouldn't want to see Mayo putting 14 men behind the ball. Like, do you know what I mean?
No. And I think that's what makes us like exciting to watch, and other counties, get behind us as well, because we bring the football to the table. Like,
well, like there's a piss take that goes along with Mayo expecting to win.
Of course. I mean, at this stage, it is like even we know ourselves it's a fucking piss take.
Yeah. Well, will we go through the Dublin team and see?
Yeah, go through the Dublin team.
So, Evan Comerford's going to be in goals. Michael Fitzsimons is number 2. David Byrne is going to be number 3. Johnny Cooper at 4. James McCarthy at 5. John Small at 6. Sean McMahon at 7. Fair play, Sean.
Fair play, Sean, yeah.
Brian Fenton at 8 and Brian Howard at 9. Paddy Small at 10. Kieran Kilkenny at 11. Niall Scully at 12. Dean Rock in the corner. Conor Callan at 14 and Cormac Costello. Like, it's a good forward line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Seriously. How many All-Irelands? What's the most they have? Is it 8 All-Irelands? One player.
Yeah, some of them.
So Brian Fenton has never lost a championship match.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he's going for his 7th All-Ireland title.
And there's lads there with 8 All-Ireland medals. They're going for their 9th. Some of them are going for their 9th All-Ireland.
I'm not sure if there's anyone left from that one, where they beat Dublin.
What's your man's name? The really fast, skinny
Johnny Cooper might have been in the squad for that first one.
Yeah. And Cluxton, of course, would have been, but he's not there now.
Yeah.
What happened with Cluxton? Like, I know that he's a very private guy anyway, but
you're gone there, Steve. You're gone into the chat.
Hold on.
He'll come back and he'll be bollock naked now.
What happened there?
I have no idea. what happened.
I'll just give a shout out to some of the guys there in the comments. All right, so Suyan Caspi says Chris Pez is the man. He talked me into it. Up the Mayo boys. How is Suyan Caspi? Liam Murphy says, yes, lads. Drolian O'Quila, Mayo. He's fucking dead right. And Ball Talk with Rian Bailey is just says, how you doing, Rian?
How are you getting on, Rian? Well, what is the crack?
Crack.
It's actually his name is Ryan, but we call him Rian because it's spelled Rian.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan.
Oh, his name is Ryan, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
he has
fair
to
enough.
change the way he spells his name, though, in fairness. Just to make it easier for me.
It's good. It's good podcast too. It's good
does.
podcast too.
Yeah, very good.
What was I going to say? What happened, Cluxton? Maybe he just got fucking sick of it.
Like, I think he would. I suppose you're talking about 20 years of commitment to training and all that. Like he's at it 20 years now.
Yeah.
So like he was taking a break from the squad earlier on the year. I think they were all expecting him to step back in.
But the way it happened, it was a bit weird. Like he didn't seem to let anyone know directly what was
They
going
didn't
on.
seem to know. Yeah, if he came out in a statement, said, "Oh, we're retiring,"
Yeah.
they probably would have had an old bash from.
But I don't think he hasn't come out and retired, and he's been playing club football. Like
he's playing outfield, isn't he?
When he plays half back line for his club.
Halfback.
So I don't know how that worked out. That he's like perfect. That you see that half back, perfect goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he could take the kickouts, couldn't he?
I suppose Evan comes like if you were to look at that squad from a Mayo point of view, right? And you were like looking at that squad, you'd be like, that half back line, that can be got at. McCarthy's good, but he likes to go forward. John Small likes to go forward. McCarthy will sit a bit. Like the half back line from Mayo in the midfield can run at that half back line.
Yeah.
Cooper must be getting on now. It has to be. What age is he?
About 47. No, Johnny Cooper. From what I would say, Johnny Cooper will probably sit on the square.
Yeah, and he'll stay fullback, will he?
He'll play fullback, I'd say.
He's fucking getting on. Like, who's out for forward? Aidan O'Shea, if he stays.
Aidan O'Shea's down as number 14. He might go into midfield.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I think he play him there. Pump the balls into him.
Yeah, and put pressure on Evan Comfort.
Yeah.
Put pressure on
100%.
The other side is that the one thing that Dublin don't have, they don't have a lot of height in the back line.
Yeah. It's and Aidan O'Shea is the man.
It's hard to know, lads. It's hard to know. Like the law of averages would say they'd have to beat Dublin at some stage. Do you know what I mean?
But Dublin have to be beaten eventually, so they might as well be the day.
Yeah.
How many All Irelands are we? Like I've lost count. What they're going for? Is it 6 or 7?
They're going for their 7th in a row.
7th, oh for fuck's sake!
7 in a row. Is it 8 in total? Is it or 9?
8 in 9 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just sick.
Yeah. Like give it up, lads. It'll stand the test of time. You don't have to rim it in. Like
like where I'd look at Dublin, I think their strongest part of the pitch is the midfield. Brian Fenton, Brian Howard, class.
Yeah.
Class.
Fenton is unreal. He's a player of a generation.
They play midfield for Raheny together. They know each other inside out. They've grown up together. They're telepathic to each other and what they're going to do, and they are unbelievable fielders. So, like Matty Ruan has had a storming year. He's been proper breakout year. He could
come on. He could go forward and score as well. That's the good.
That he might drag someone with him from that midfield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that kind of the only thing is if we go to outnumber them there, then we'll have runners from deep. That's why I think O'Shea might come out the field a bit.
O'Shea will definitely come out to midfield. He'll be in and out, I'd say. He'll be in and out.
I think he'll be swapping back and forth with Matty Ruan.
I think Matty Ruan will every chance he gets to run at that, but the way he did against Galway in the second half.
What did he score against Galway again? Was it 1-4 or something like that?
1-2 or 1-3, I think.
Okay.
Was it?
Plus
Well, he scored a class goal.
plus he won the penalty.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that in itself is going to be where Mayo are going to be strongest. Like having runners from deep, attacking. I'd like to see O'Shea stay on the square, because it's a nightmare for a young goalkeeper to have someone that can catch the ball like he can.
The only thing is he's it's a funny one. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because he's never really played well in full forward in a big game.
Where I think like Mayo are going to try and win the ball in midfield, pass off to McLaughlin and him put it in on top of them. That could be a tactic that they do.
But I'm saying it's a risk to keep him there, because like he does so much in midfield, he does so much tackling back, like he stops people getting goals and stuff. He's a great man for taking the ball off somebody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's lost in midfield. Like he's like a third midfielder. You know what I mean?
But the only thing is that he's not like Matthew Duran, where he's going to go and run from midfield, break the lines at the half-back line, break the line at the commit to full back and leave someone else in space. Do you get me? That's not Aidan O'Shea's game at all. He can't do that. So he's going to field and he's going to try and pop it off to someone to keep possession. That's all he does. Whereas Matthew Duran can come from deep, like Conor Loftus. He has legs. He's quick, like.
Yeah.
Who's playing centre forward? Aidan O'Shea might switch between full and centre, and then be kind of like a third.
Kevin McLaughlin in the half forward line. Jeremy O'Connor and one of the McLaughlins, I think. I can't remember.
Well, O'Shea always comes out for the throw up, doesn't he?
Yeah. Like
even if they kept him in full forward, and just if they won the throw up without him and just pumped him in. And
100% straight away.
Remember the way Tony Gall just rattled Dublin, rattled Mayo that year with Michael Murphy.
But sure, Dublin done the same thing. Dublin done the exact same thing.
And that is the like, if you can rattle them early when they're not settled.
Yeah. But that goes for any team.
That's what Dublin is going to try and do to us as well.
Oh, 100%.
And he's going to be and that's why Mayo Dublin is so exciting, because from the start, it's going to be outrageous.
Right, listen, lads, I got to get back here to doing what we're doing. We're getting into a pool and we're driving a Camaro. So
score prediction, Steve.
2-16 to Mayo, 1-16 to Dublin.
Goal in it.
Yeah.
I'd say it'll be a draw and extra time. You go to extra time and Mayo will win by a point.
Wow.
If it does, I'll be in V-Strums for a long time if that's the case.
We'll go to extra time, lads. We'll go to extra time. If we stay with
that could be a great call, Pete.
I think Mayo are going to win by 2 points.
I think so.
Okay.
We're deep down, lads. Deep down, do we know? Are we just being hopeful?
No. Of course we've been hopeful. I'm only saying it because
we wouldn't be from Mayo if we weren't hopeful.
It's that optimistic thing, like, when I've said it before in the podcast, like when you do the lotto, you think you're going to win every fucking time.
Yeah. But anyway,
all right, listen,
don't do the lotto.
The big red machine is in now, so I'm gonna get going. Here he is.
Jump it on.
How'd you like that for a fucking Steinberger, man? David Bowie job, yeah? Slapping the plank with Danny Riley and the boys.
How you doing, Martin?
How are you getting on, Martin?
I'm all right, PG. How are you getting on? We were about to go drive a Chevrolet Camaro muscle car.
Nice.
Are you doing a bit of videoing, lads? Yeah.
We're on live.
Bring it out there. Let us have a look at the car.
Bring the car. Yeah, bring out.
James, you don't mind? Or
you
don't mind just looking at the car?
Yeah. We'll go out now.
We'll see the car.
What's the weather like over there?
Contish.
Oh, it's
on Mayo
last year. It's like, remember that couple of weeks we had in Ireland before I came out? That's what the weather's like
Martin,
here.
what's your score prediction for today?
What's the score prediction for today, Martin?
I'd say Dublin probably going to win by 5 points.
Yeah, thanks, Martin.
I'm just like I'm not this time. I'm not going in there.
That's what you are.
I'm not going in there thinking, oh, Mayo is definitely going to win this time. I'm going to go in with. Actually, I might just put some money on for Dublin to win.
Can you bet over here? Because I tried to put a bet on it and they wouldn't let me.
Power and all that shit.
No, they wouldn't let me. Well, I'll be doing that later on.
VPN,
not that I'm a big gambler or anything.
Gotta do a VPN.
We're putting the budget onto the Mayo game.
You look like you're in Santa Maria.
Santa Maria up and fucking the ball out here. Man, Gavigan, how are you, Gavigan?
Here on the camera as well, so he's
James, hey, this is the main man, James from Dublin. Pete, did you ever meet James?
How's it going, man?
Gavigan, did you meet James in
I'm not sure. I don't think so. How you doing, James?
How's it going, buddy?
I think have we lost him, P?
Boys are frozen. Boys, you should take a screenshot of that. That'll make a good picture. And just blow it up.
That's it.
And just put James from Dublin. Did you meet James from Dublin? Oh, look at the car.
Yeah.
Cool car.
Can you see that? Can you?
Nice. Who's the car?
James's.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
we're out here. We're going to use his pool as well.
Oh, nice.
So all will be revealed when this movie is complete.
Rachel Coyne says, haha.
So listen, guys, it's hard to hold the camera, but I'm going to let you go.
All right, buddy, listen, take it easy. Try to see it.
What'd she say? All right, guys. All right, take it handy. Good luck. Nice chat to you.
Good
luck.
So that's the crack. Martin put it down on things. Fair play to him.
He kind of did a bit, but we were kind of thinking that ourselves, but we were trying to be positive.
No. Well, you might have been thinking that in the background. But...
Yeah.
You have the faith. Have the faith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have faith. Listen. I'll bounce here and I'll talk to you later on. I'll check in again later.
Look, bless lads. Hey, smash that like button if you like Stephen Kelly, Matt Maloney, Peter Casti, and Phil Mitchell. Gav.
Hey, we're all Phil Mitchell. Get out of my pub. Get out of my pub.
I'm getting it.
You would like that.
We're all going to go to Turkey for her transplant.
You would like that for years.
Say the same thing for 10 years.
Yeah, I know. But listen, we're all going to go to Turkey and get her transplants. I'm going to get her from I'm going to have a bald back of the head.
In fairness, you're the best of us. No,
I'm the best of a bad bunch.
You've been losing your hair for about 20 years, man.
Yeah, it's a slow march through the balding institution.
I've never seen someone try to talk themselves into losing their hair.
Yeah, that's it. Martin talks himself into these situations.
Hey, don't worry, I'll be talking myself into fucking Istanbul.
Listen,
back looking like Fabio.
We go for the hair restoration, Martin, will you?
He's seriously on about it. Yeah, he's really paranoid about it. It's crazy. Right, guys, listen, enjoy.
Yo, you know me, I'm just paranoid.
Good luck.
Good luck.
P, I don't think there's enough money for the two of us to get fucking hair restorations at this stage.
I think it'd be a fucking waste of money, to tell you the truth. And you getting hair restoration. I think it would. I think we've got good shaped heads. We've got round head.
Nice. Not too boxy.
Yes, exactly. So ball is beautiful. But I hope Martin is wrong and Dublin don't win by 5 points. Do you know what I mean?
It wouldn't be the first time he's wrong. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but I thought Mayo weren't going to get past Galway. And you said, no, they're going to blow them away. And at halftime, I was like, Chris, I think you're fucking wrong. And then they just came out at halftime. There were like two different teams. It was unbelievable.
And this, what we were saying in the first, Mayo kind of are winding up to it. Not being tested isn't the problem. It's like having easy games of anything.
Dublin haven't been tested either.
They never are. But
at least Mayo were tested a bit more than Dublin in the final. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. They're Galway are way superior. And the way Mayo kind of grew through the game, got confidence, ran at them. Dublin didn't even do that. They've had easy games, but they've completely strangled the opposition with just holding on to the ball. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think you can
there'll be players to be all players to be up for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, That's the one thing that you'd worry about, that Mayo don't have the legs to do that all the time if Dublin had the ball.
Yeah, but I think you just need a big game from Aidan O'Shea in full forward. If he had a great game at full forward, do you know what I mean? And just establish himself at full forward and maybe stay there, you know. But the only thing is, he loves coming out. He's a risk because he's such a great big ball winner. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I think
it's a funny one.
It's going to take a very the one thing that could fuck Mayo up here is a red card.
Yeah, and that could happen very easy.
That could happen. Like if one of these teams loses a player, which either team could, because they tackle hard, you know.
Yeah.
We'll soon find out. Where are you going to watch it, mate?
I'm probably going to head back to Mayo now, so I am. What time is it? It's on at 6, is it?
6 o'clock, 5:30 or something like that.
I'll probably just watch it at home. I'll watch it at home. Where are you going to watch it?
I'll be either at home or I might go into town and watch it in Mellis or something,
Oh, nice. Nice.
If any of the guys want to go for a pint, let me know. Give us a shout in the comments. You know,
good stuff. Good stuff. What time is the ladies match on?
Ladies, and best luck to the Mayo ladies. Absolutely, two of Cowboys' cousins playing in the senior team there.
That's right. Yeah.
Definitely not to be forgotten. They're playing at 3:30. So
3:30.
Again, tough game for them.
Oh, they're playing Dublin as well, are they?
Playing Dublin as well, yeah.
Okay. Hey, we haven't mentioned the other semi-final. Tyrone and Kerry.
There's a lot of talk that Kerry might get a walkover now. I think there's like 11 players with COVID in the Tyrone squad.
Oh fuck! Surely they could field some players.
I'm not sure. They're not sure if they have the squad to be able to put. Like again, you're putting fielding a team is one thing, but fielding a team to get hammered by one of the best teams in the country isn't very fair on some of the younger players. Like,
yeah, but they still have to still play the competition. Do you know what I mean? Do you know?
Yeah, like
it's experience. The players that want to play the match did not play the match. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, I just don't know if they'd like. Let's put it this way: say if there's 11 players out of the senior squad, right?
Yeah, and then the rest of them have to have 10 days for isolation because they're close contact.
You might not be able to get enough of the senior squad in to play the match just to play the match, and then you're fielding a bunch of under 21s. Like that mightn't be fair for their development either.
But what's the rush like? Why don't they give them plenty of time? What's the rush?
Week back. They pushed.
Yeah, well, why don't they give them 2 weeks? There's no rush. All Ireland used to be in the last week of September one time. Yeah. Why are they rushing it?
I don't know. The GA have a push on for it.
They must have a book.
Let's put it this way. It comes down to fairness. Last year, Sligo had to forfeit the game because they couldn't get a squad together either.
Yeah, fair enough.
If they didn't move the game last year, then why are they going to do it for Tyrone this year?
Well, there's a big difference between All Ireland semi-final and a first round of the Connacht Championship, was it?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's knockout, and it's equal importance. It's the last day. Like Sligo lost in the Connacht semi-final to Galway or whatever. Yeah, you know, and it like in a way it would be it was unfair on Sligo not being able to move that game because they had such a short window to play the matches, and now Tyrone, they've already pushed it back a week.
No, I think they should give them as much time as possible. Do you know what I mean? It's better for the game to have them like and then like a week is it's not that long to recover.
But like if Mayo played the All Ireland semi-final, because you don't know if those players would be fit to play with another week extra. Or another week on top of that. And then Mayo or Dublin win today. They have to try and they're continuously trying to peak for another week and another week just to give Tyrone the chance to play. I'm not sure. I could see. I'll actually just Google how many Tyrone players are out, but I heard it was like 50% of the squad could have contracted COVID. Like
shit.
So
fuck it, that's tough and for Tyrone. Like, do you know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
I'd love to see Tyrone beat fucking Kerry. Like,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people wouldn't, but I'd love to see Tyrone beat Kerry.
Tyrone beat Kerry, Mayo beat Dublin, Mayo beat Tyrone. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but then again, it'd be something nice for Mayo to beat Dublin and Kerry on the way to win an All Ireland, because then they couldn't say it was, you know, they might say, oh, they just bet somebody else in the final and wasn't the top. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the other thing. You want to like
Beat
if
the
you
best.
want to win it, you want to beat Dublin and Kerry.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
No excuses then.
100%. You bet the best, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So like you want to earn it, but like I saw a piece, I think it was the Irish Times, that they might not be able to fulfill a rearranged fixture against Kerry anyway. So
Fuck it.
they were
Is there any way, like,
they were
who
looking
lost
for
it?
a 2-week deferral and they got a week.
Is there any way, like, this might sound silly, but is there any way, like, whoever lost in the Ulster final could play?
No.
No?
You can't reinstate it. Like, should them lads have been on the beer for the last couple of weeks? You wouldn't. That wouldn't be.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's from that province. Like, I don't know if they think and feel the team. It's a shame to not have a match. Do you know what I mean?
Because they've already been knocked out.
Yeah. I suppose it wouldn't be fair then.
Yeah,
fair.
Like, let's put it this way: on the other side, so Monaghan go back into the draw. What about the semi-finalists that lost to Tyrone? They equally have a shout because they lost to Tyrone.
Yeah. That's true.
So,
Did you see that? They were on about the first time the Connacht final was played in Croke Park.
Yeah.
Was back in 19. Did you read up on that? 19.
No.
Was it 1921 or something, or 1920 something? And Galway, who was it? Galway played somebody and they won. And then Galway played somebody and they won. Wait, I tell you, they won, but then there was the dispute. And Galway were going into Sligo beat Galway and they were going into the All-Ireland semi-final and they were to play somebody. And then there was a dispute and they had to play Galway again. And then Galway won the second time or something like that.
No
so
way.
Yeah, there was some controversy. You'll have to look it up now officially. I remember looking it up, and it happened twice. They had to play the game twice. There was a dispute in the first game. Sligo were playing somebody.
We'll look it up now, will we? We'll look it up now.
Look it up, yeah. There's a whole history in it. I was looking at the Mayo GA blog, and they were talking about it the time the Connacht final was played. There was some dispute, and it was interesting because they had got to the semi-final, and then they had to go back and play the Connacht final again. Do you know what I mean?
So this was in the final. So this was when they had to replay the Connacht final again.
It was the first time the Connacht final was played in Croke Park. If you go back, if you Google the first time the Connacht final was played in Croke Park, it'll go into the history of it and why it was played in Croke Park. I can't remember why. Was it something to do with, like, can't remember now actually. And I think one of the games were played in Castlereagh or something. It was bizarre. The games used to be played in Castlereagh that time. If you go into it's interesting now, but it was I can't remember who they were actually playing, but I think it was Leitrim, I think, contested it or something.
Yeah.
Can you find it?
Can't. I'm going through. See, I put the first time Connacht final was played in Croke Park, and all I'm getting up is Connacht final in Croke Park.
Yes. Somebody might text in to watch this. Yeah, because I probably read it wrong. But I think it was the first time Sligo got to the All-Ireland semi-final, and then they had to go back and play Galway again or something because there was a dispute or something. Apparently there was an umpire or something that got a load of points wrong or something.
Oh, no way.
I think so.
He was out in the lash.
Or he could have been for Sligo or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd say that probably happened a lot back in the day. Like,
you wouldn't mind that, though.
No, I'd do the same myself, sure, if I was umpire.
Right. I think, will we wrap it up there? We'll
wrap it up there, Chief. Yeah, exactly.
Guys, thank you so much for jumping on the stream today. It was a good crack and all that. Yeah, give us put in the comments who you think is going to win between Mayo and Dublin today. If it's Dublin, don't bother. But because yeah, look, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. like the page, and if you would like to become a patron, there's a link in the comments there as well. So more patrons, more crack. They getting some saucy deals at the moment, aren't they, Pete?
Exactly.
Some
We're going to get
inside scoop from Uncle Cowboy about
Yes.
what's happening in Sweden.
behind the scenes, the film he's making in Sweden. He talks all about it on one of the podcasts. And we're going to get some merchandise as well. And there's loads of stuff for the patrons and some personal messages and responses and everything. So please become a patron.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. All right, so look, we'll
good stuff, guys.
later on